This episode is a commentary and breakdown of Season 5, Episode 9 of Black Direct Gaze, The Green Witch Arc. Previously on the show, after regaining his divine powers, Bo visited the Green Pavilion late at night. Acting on the Queen's orders, he set out to bring Sullivan back to England. The team split into two groups and began their mission. The episode is just 24 minutes long, yet the recap and opening consume a good 7.5 minutes, a third of the total runtime. After destroying the gas lab and rescuing the Green Witch, the team splits again. Near the Boruto River, Snake disguises Bo as Sullivan to divert the enemy's main forces. During their retreat, Snake's squad performs exceptionally well. First to arrive is the ever-dramatic Oscar, followed by the seasoned veteran Huasi Huas, and finally the adorable Emily, who steps in with a crucial strike. With Snake's loyal allies, they manage to shake off a portion of their pursuer. Even though everyone's speaking Japanese in the dub, they still pretend not to understand. Classic. Boruto chooses to stay behind to delay the enemies, urging Snake to move ahead. Before leaving, he specifically warns, "Don't drop the lady." Then comes his secret weapon, a custom-made canister, the same one that's taken out many before. The blast clears out several generic NPCs. Amidst the chaos, one assassin with a teleport skill appears unexpectedly and engages Boruto. Now sit back and enjoy a high-octane American versus German showdown. It cuts between Snake and Sullivan, separating them. Sullivan hits the ground silently. A desperate Wolfram misses the subtle clue and sees the gun pointed at him that he realizes he's walked to a British trap. Not only has the Green Witch upgraded her powers, she's now sporting a new look too. Let's hope when the anime eventually catches up to the manga's escape arc, we still get to see more of Bo's antics. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, Sullivan, nestled in Finian's arms, turns instinctively towards the direction of the gunshot, almost as if sensing something telepathically. Finian warns him that it's dangerous to do so, but there's no time to hesitate. To outrun their pursuers, Finian activates his special ability. The scene briefly shifts to a flashback, offering a glimpse into Finian's past, from the moment he was first brought back by Sabas during the rebellion against Dumwaiga.
Finian wa dou da?
Among the people around Boken, Merlin and Sebastian remembered their pasts and real names. But Finian, being a former test subject, only had a number, experiment number 12. Boken gave him a proper name and started raising him like a normal human being. The process was long and difficult. Even when Merlin debuted and returned home, Finian still couldn't control his strength. Yet, whenever he held Bochen's hands, he did so with the utmost care. Sebastian had been a little indignant back then. At least Finian got a proper name. As for himself, a sophisticated aquatic creature, the little master gave him a dog's name. What the boy didn't realize was how important that dog named Sebastian had once been to Bochan. That name carried the weight of hope and trust. Then came the Green Witch arc, arguably the second best visual sequence. We see Finian soaring mid-air, his clear young eyes reflecting the cold moonlight. The night wind brushes his hair as he leaps off the cliff, landing straight into a shallow stream. One moment he's fierce and unstoppable, the next he's yelping in pain, adorably human. The few pursuers left behind are quickly taken down by Merlin from a distance. The rest scatter in fear. Merlin then spots something unusual flicker in the shadows. Screenshot this scene. Hilbert's reaction is bound to become a classic meme. Hilbert fires at Sullivan. Finian is too slow to dodge. Just when it seems too late, old man Tanaka steps in with a clean blade-to-bullet counter, showing why the Von Damme family never keeps idle hands. The last time we saw such a badass move was when Officer Heiji's mother dodged a slash with bare hands. Meanwhile, at the inn, Sebastian finishes executing Bochen's orders and gets ready to leave. He senses a strange sound, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, Bochen, still thinking he's got the upper hand, is shocked when Wolf dodges his close-range attack and counters with several heavy punches. Those who see what happens next are definitely going to feel sorry for Bochen. On his way out, Bochen is suddenly grabbed by a firm hand, tightly restraining him. He gasps in pain as the hand tightens around his slender neck. Instinctively, he clutches Wolf's arm in a desperate attempt to breathe. You start to wonder, did someone on the anime team have a motherly affection for Bochen? Some of these animation sequences, though subtle in the manga, become extremely intense on screen. Everything leads back to that one turning point. Wolf's eyes burned with overwhelming emotion. In the distance, Snake cried out, "Smile!" The lack of any suffix made it clear. This was Snake himself speaking, not mimicking anyone. Boruto also sensed something was off. A gunshot rang out. Bochan slowly opened his eyes, only to find a gleaming blade pressed against the barrel of the gun, forcing the bullet to miss its mark. It was an old old acquaintance, Diedrich. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment to appreciate this German beauty, still looking devastatingly elegant, even in the shadow of grief. Even Diedrich's usual stern face seemed to soften for a moment. He really loves sandwiches. Every time you catch him eating, it's always a sandwich. That sequence of memories was beautifully animated, and that wraps up episode 9. By now, you've probably noticed, starting from episode 7, the characters began to de-age slightly in their appearance. Episode 8 had some standout visual scenes, and by episode 9, the key moments were nearly flawless. You could pause at almost any frame, and it'd look like a polished artwork, especially Vincent. Just look at how consistent the art style is for him at the Academy compared to earlier episodes. If you line it up with episode 7, Bochan's visual softening becomes very noticeable. Even Sebastian's expressions look better. I also took a closer look at the end credits. Turns out some Chinese animators joined the production team. That might just be the secret behind this sudden animation glow up. I'm genuinely looking forward to next week's big moment between Sebastian and Bochan. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching.